We're glad you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. Next week will be February. We're finishing up Brringo from the Magazine Monthly Pop-Up Challenge, and it's been a fun month.
We both got blackouts. So that was successful.
That was fun. It was a nice way to feel like it did make January go fast. It was just like you said, like, oh, January actually went really fast.
I know.
I think there's something about Brringo that helps with that.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Carolyn and Robin, for hosting that.
Yeah, that was
mental health in January.
Yeah, really fun. Yeah.
Oh, my neck is stiff. Sorry.
If you're new watching us, we're a mother-daughter cross-stitch channel with my daughters also involved when they feel up to it. And we're in Washington State. So it's cold here, but not as cold as some places, like Duluth, where my sister-in-law lives, and it's like 1 degree.
Yeah.
No, yesterday it was -1. Today I think it's up to 4.
4. Yeah, it's 4 degrees today there.
Yeah. I guess my brother lives there too, not just my sister-in-law. She's just the one I talk to the most often. So.
Right. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I won't complain about my 39 today. 39 is pretty low for us to have as a high.
Yeah, on the Seattle side.
But it's clear and sunny and pretty and no snow, which we don't want any snow this week. So that's good.
Yeah. We kind of have a big week coming up.
Yeah. My
dad is having his second knee replacement surgery, like on his second knee. He's had it on one knee before.
Yeah.
And I'm going to head over and be on hand for hanging out.
Oh.
So I'm going to.
Yeah. Guys.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it'll be good.
This for a long time, really long time. I can't remember a time where he didn't probably technically need a knee.
He probably should have had, I mean, he could have qualified to have that one done 6 years ago when he had the other one done, but he wanted to wait closer to retirement. And for a couple of years, you know, several years, it hasn't been bad. This year it got really bad. And part of that was work. But he's, you know, yeah, it's time. But this will be good because he won't have to redo it. You know, this should last him his lifetime now.
He nervous, do you think? I asked him if he's nervous.
I think he's, maybe a little bit. I think he compartmentalizes, but it'll hit him. Yeah, he's got a, you know, they are sending him all kinds of instructions and paperwork and exercises to do beforehand. Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming. And so I think, but his last day, he works Tuesday and then he's done. Technically, he was going to slide into retirement in March, but he's thinking of working 1 more month in April to pay for a trip that we weren't planning on taking, that we're taking to see our daughter-in-law graduate from nursing school in Indianapolis. So he said, I could work another month, pay that off, and not have that dipping into our savings before he retires. So it'll be an easy month. You know, he won't. The post office has kind of settled down now that the holidays are over. It's not stressful like it was. He's not working the crazy hours, or they're not expecting him to. So
yeah.
But technically he's kind of almost retired.
Yeah, semi-retired.
Yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about making him move his computer into the other room.
Yeah, that will be weird to have you working with him present the whole.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. I mean,
you can't see it, but his computer is right behind mom to that side. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of, there's a wall and then a wall.
And you work from home, so he is.
Yeah, and he's quiet, but it's just still distracting. I'm just so used to being alone that I'm just aware of somebody in the house.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
I will. I think, you know, and for this first month and a half, you know, he'll be in the other room watching TV and exercising his leg, and it'll, you know, I was thinking back to his last knee surgery. There was some complications because of some pre-existing issues, and he had the knee replacement, and then things were going pretty good. And then this complication kind of reared its head again, and he ended up having another secondary little surgery, which set things back. And I keep telling myself, you know, he really did really well until that weird, and he doesn't have that situation.
Problem. The other stuff was the problem.
Yeah, the knee part, he did really great. So I think, he's very, very disciplined when it comes to exercises. He wants his knee bend to be there. So, I mean, he's not a wimpy patient. I mean, he's wimpy in the beginning because everybody's wimpy when you just had surgery and you're on narcotics. You just kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, this is the week. We've been waiting 6 months. It seems kind of hard to believe.
I know. Yeah, we probably started talking about getting it scheduled out last summer, even on.
Yes, well, it was August. He had his consult in August.
Wow.
And we made that appointment in July. We waited a month. So yeah, crazy.
It's time. I'm glad it'll just be done soon.
Yeah. So my stitching time next month might be a little less.
Yeah. Or you'll be sitting around a lot, just not going anywhere. So it might be more.
But I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work a little bit. I'm going to take some time here and there.
Yeah.
I do hope to keep working because then we got kind of a work
situation
going on with short staffing. But also when I'm stressed or tired, what I fall back on is my knitting.
Yeah.
So, and I can't travel. Like the day that he has a surgery, I'll bring my knitting. I can't cross stitch, and I just can't do that.
Yeah.
I light. So I did though cross stitch at the hotel last night because Carrie and I were given tickets for Christmas to go see Manhattan Transfer's 50th year, and it's kind of their it's their world end of tour. You know how, but they are in their 70s, so like this really could be the end of their touring. Yeah. They were really good, and I grew up with them, in the 70s, and they've just anyway, so that was really fun. And we stayed downtown in a hotel because it was in Seattle, and it was a dinner, so we had dinner, really yummy dinner. And then but we walked around downtown Seattle, came back to the hotel for a couple of hours, and I cross stitched and I brought my little light, and he watched TV. So it was nice. I did get some stuff done yesterday. I actually met a goal yesterday, so that was good.
Oh, what was your goal? You can tell.
Well, I'll show it to you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a normal week, pretty much. School and work and
dance,
lots of dance, always lots of ballet. And I did some cross stitching too. I finished up my Brringo, and then I made my whipco board. So I'll show that later. Gotcha. Finally, the end of January, I made my whipco board, but hey, I did it.
I need to do my February magazine monthly. And magazine,
I did that today too.
There's a Facebook group by Carolyn Zook and Robin Hall called Magazine Monthly Challenge.
It's on Facebook. Go find it and join it. It's fun.
It's a fun group, and it started off, I don't know how much people are really sticking to it because I'm not always, but there's like a theme, and it was supposed to be the theme word was a magazine start or whip. Yeah, because they started the whole group because we all have magazines that we've hung on to with Post-it notes of things we want to stitch and never stitch. So that was kind of how it started. And then the second year that they did it, I brought out a lot of new starts that I had started the year before that I hadn't finished to fit the themes. And then there's an acrostic that usually ties in, and you can use anything you want for that. But again, there's no police. So there have been times I've used, and Sarah has too. And I think other people have too. I think even Carolyn has done it once or twice where she's used a non-magazine piece for her.
I actually have been trying to. So when I decided I would join, so last year, I think was the first year I really did it. You did it the year before.
Yeah, they started it. This is my third year.
I felt like, so I don't have a lot of magazines. I don't buy magazines. I just don't have the money to spend on a lot of extra things like that. And so I'm more likely to buy a pattern that I know I will stitch than to buy a magazine. So I kind of hemmed and hawed and thought, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. But then I thought, well, maybe I can just join and have fun. I'll just use the prompts, and there's not like a contest. They don't monitor it. So I thought, well, I'll just do it. But then lately I have had a couple more magazine options. Like you'll see today for February, I chose a magazine piece.
And I did give you some magazines.
Yeah, I do have some, and I've got sticky notes in them, and I've got, I do have some, but I just also, over time, I've gotten more, not brave, but I start more than I used to. It was a slower transition from being monogamous to feeling like I can start whatever I want, whenever I want, which is kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a fun group and lots of cats. And they have other pop-up events too. They do this January Brringo. They do an AB Singo, which is an ABC bingo in September. They do a couple other ones in the spring here. I haven't done them. There was like a new technique one they did.
Yeah, I don't remember what that one was, but
last
yeah,
year.
I do vaguely remember that. I don't think I did that one.
Yeah, I haven't.
I would probably this year. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. It's just kind of trying to keep up on my stitching and keep my head above water with all the rest of my life. Been fine.
Yeah, you got busy life. Busy bees.
Yeah, maybe a little too busy, but it is what it is.
It's just the season, honey.
It is just the
It
season.
won't last forever.
Yeah, I hope.
It will.
Kind of slowing down just a little bit now and then.
Well, not yet. You got to get rid of a couple kids.
Yeah. They're eating pickles off to the side here. Just big pickles. I was kind of expecting that we would use those to slice them and use on like sandwiches, but all right, you can eat a whole pickle. It's fine. So we love to do what we call featured friends. And it's a little segment. I feel so funny using words like segment because that sounds so official. But little segment we do in our videos where we like to feature other people's work. And we do have one today. So we got this piece from Stephanie, we've kind of been following her progress on this piece because she'll bring it sometimes to our kind of our quarterly when we do our Zoom meetup. She's been working on it a while. So and I think we've shown it in Featured Friends before.
Yeah,
it's done now. So congratulations, Stephanie.
And I feel like she might have started it like she was just getting into stitching. I don't know if she had stitched before, but I think she was getting into it. And that was one of the first pieces I think she picked up. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well,
Stephanie.
she's done some other like, I think
some smaller pieces. She did she did a Harry Potter.
Yeah, Stephanie, is this your first kind of big piece like this? Because this is a big one. There's a lot of stitching on this one. I should put the picture. I'll put the picture right here so you can see.
Remember if Stephanie had stitched before. I just remember I think she was just, if she had stitched before, I feel like she picked this up as she was just getting back into it, but possibly it was one of her first pieces. I just can't remember. I know she messaged me a couple times back in the day. She's been working on it for a while. Those pieces have a lot of stitching in them. I'm doing the winter one. Yeah. And Stephanie, seeing your autumn one makes me really want to work on my winter one because I feel like it's kind of boring looking right now. But then when you get all of it together.
Yeah, it's not one of those pieces it does have a lot of like smaller motifs, but you kind of have to get a lot of the stitching done on each motif to get that feeling of like, oh, look how cute that is. Yeah. But once you have them all together, it is really cute.
Like my winter one, the eye in winter is checkerboard. Like it's very detail oriented. They look like, oh, look at winter with a few motifs, but within those motifs, there's a lot of stitching in them, but they're so cute. And Stephanie, I'm so proud of you for finishing that. Stuck with it.
Really cute. Thank you for sending this picture. And she said something in the email about how she's going to finish it. So you see, okay, here's what she said. I am done stitching this piece. I love all the cute details, but oh boy, all the details. Found a backstitch alphabet on Pinterest. So I used that because you can see her initials off to the side. How will I make this an FFO? Probably into a long pillow. I have plenty of autumnal fabric. So that would be a cute pillow. That's what you were thinking of doing for yours, right?
Yes, I'm just doing tinier ones because I'm doing it on a tinier count. But yeah, I had seen somebody a long time ago. I can't even find it anymore. I'm pretty sure I saved it in my links in Facebook, but there's so many that I've saved. But they had done all 4 seasons in small. Mine's gonna be a little bit bigger, but they were super cute.
Yeah, pillow for that would be really cute.
And they also, if you didn't want to stitch, they also have the months.
Oh, if you really wanted to go all out.
I'm just doing the seasons, and I do have all the, and it's by Cricket Collection.
Yes, that's Cricket Collection. I think it's just called Autumn, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that with us, Stephanie, and I'm really glad you got it done.
Yeah.
So if you have a piece you would like to share with us to get some hoopla
Yeah, some praise. I don't know. What do we do?
and to inspire other people, because we have seen some pieces that we've never seen before, then email us at the email down below.
stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. And by the way, just as an update, I did get 3 emails this week. So it's from Stephanie and Tammy, and actually maybe 4. Stephanie, Tammy, Norma, and Kay. So if you are not one of those 4 and you have tried to email us this week, shoot us a message on Instagram or somewhere else if you want to, or resend it and see. Because we've been having, if you haven't watched last week, we were having some problems getting emails that were not coming through to us. So
But it looks like this week they were working, so that's good.
We got some.
And then we feature them in the order that they come into our email. So
yeah,
Steph's was the first one to come in this week, so she got featured. So,
yeah,
that was fun. That was fun to see done.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that was a fun one. I felt invested in that piece.
For sure.
What did you stitch on this week? Oh, actually, Millie's here and she does have something to share.
Oh, let's let Millie show.
She's finished with her screen time, I think. So, are you? Or what? Well, what? Why did you make that face? I just said I think you're done with your screen time, so you're here ready to share. Okay. Oh yeah, Millie's been hard at work, not on cross stitching though. Have you been doing any cross stitching? No, it's been a knitting week. Oh, well, honey, what did I cut you?
Because I got new yarn.
I got her a skein of yarn. You gonna show what it is?
Yes. And I made
Gonna play with it.
and warmers. I made a pair. These are Liddy's pair.
Oh, cute.
Stored actually.
Cute. Those are for Liddy?
Yeah.
Those were Liddy's.
And then I made a pair for Rosie.
Oh.
And my pair's almost done. This one's a little smaller than the other one, so I need to fix that.
You have a lot left too.
Yeah, I'm gonna make.
You just sew them up. They're just knit flat, and then you sew them.
Yeah, and leave a little slit for the thumb.
Was it a pattern, or she just made it up?
I just made that.
She just made it up.
Let me see how you did the thumb.
I just sewed.
Oh yeah. Okay. Just left a little hole there. Oh, those are cute. Cute yarn. Is that the yarn you got at Hobby Lobby last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that I love this yarn. Oh, that's not what it is. Oh yeah,
Is it the cotton?
no, it's not cotton. It's just their acrylic
Uh-huh.
yarn. I'm assuming it's acrylic. Yeah, 100% acrylic. So it
You
wasn't,
just decided to knit everybody a pair just because you love them?
well,
Yes.
her friend from co-op has the same yarn, so they were going to make themselves matching ones. But she loved it so much that she made more.
Oh, cute. Very nice.
Like a hat with that yarn with the rest of it.
Cute.
It's really cute. So not cross stitch, but still.
What are you working on in the co-op? What is she working on in the knitting co-op?
I'm making a
Hat? Okay.
But I make them leave that there, so
Yeah.
we have it here to show. Because otherwise stuff doesn't come back, and then girls don't have anything to work on. So
That's
they can have all their own little projects at home. I kind of look like I've got so I have these ruffles. I kind of look like I have shoulder pads, like power shoulders.
Throw back to the 80s.
Kind of poking up a little. Yeah. So I think all the girls in my co-op class are all on hats now.
Yeah.
Finally.
Ooh, good job.
Most of them have started stuff at home.
And yeah, a lot of them have started their own projects then at home.
That's fun.
Which is
And you're knitting the hats in the round?
Mhm.
Oh, good.
On little circular needles, and the washcloths were kind of fun to watch because some of them turned out long and skinny, and some have holes, and some
How are the hats coming out?
the hats are all looking really good so far. So
I'm doing a ribbed brim.
yeah, Millie has a ribbed brim rather than a rolled up brim, but all
Are they just on small circulars or not magic looping?
yeah, no, they're just on small circulars that I bought specifically.
Yeah. Fun. Good
I
job.
wasn't trying to teach magic loop. I
Well,
mean,
that's
I could teach you, but
You already taught me
that
that.
just sounds like it would have been confusing.
Right. Well, and you had some problems yourself with magic loop a few times.
Yeah, well,
Mom, start me out on this. It's taken me a long time to do it.
I have a really hard time casting on joining in the round with magic loop. Like
Not twisting.
some yarns in particular, I'm certain they're not twisted, and then they are twisted, and then my knitting won't come out right.
Yeah, it's tricky. It is tricky.
I've had a hard time lately for some reason, more than I used to.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So what have I worked on? Well, the first thing I was going to show, this took up a lot of my time after I finished my Brringo board, which I did finish. So the Brringo board ended on the 25th, and I think I finished on the 25th. I think I got caught up.
I think I finished on the 27th.
I have been doing my big piece, my calendar piece, which is the Pine Mountain Designs, and I was working on January, and my thought has been, if I don't get each month done this year, I'll just go back and finish them up the next year. Well, I did get January done.
Whoa, that is impressive. Oh, it turned
I
out.
did basically all of this year.
Yeah, you did a lot.
Yeah,
Because last week you just had the snowman and the photo corners, I think, done.
I did. Yeah, I hadn't done the clock and the
Oh, you
colors
did a
aren't
lot.
coming out very well, like the blue in that. Well, I guess they are.
Well, that's good. I don't know what the color is in person.
Yeah, it's cuter. I think it's cuter than what it's coming. Oopsie. So, and then what was nice is that I'm keeping them all this size. So I was able to lay my fabric out and really make sure I've got room across to have 3 across, and I will. So that is
Nice.
reassuring.
That's
And
cute.
February is the wrong count size. I'm going to have to tweak it. And I sat down and kind of marked off the rows I'm not going to stitch to make it fit.
Yeah.
This design is 4 stitches higher than the other one. And this is going to be February's.
Excuse me. Cute.
So,
What will you cut out? What did you say?
oh man, I think I'm lowering this touch. This is going to touch.
Mm-hmm.
This one is going to come down a row, I think, but I can't do much with this row. I think I'm just going to frame it and then make them fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just going to make the frames the same size as January and then make each motif fit. But I think I can do it. It'll just be a little tweaky.
Yeah.
So that was super. I mean, I worked on that.
Yeah, you did a lot on that. That's a lot.
I would have probably finished it on Friday. I had kind of I was going to have a low key day on Friday, but I had a migraine. I mean, a wicked migraine. I haven't had one like that in a long time. And I slept until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is like not like me, but easy, just the whole 9 yards. Blah. I don't know what brought that on. Probably stress. Anyway, the other piece I worked on was for Brringo, and the prompt was something activity you do inside. And I have this piece from Aunt Nancy called Sit and Stitch.
Oh yeah.
And it says, by the ocean, on the beach, under stars I cannot reach, in a chair, in a car and on a plane, also on a railway train, I can stitch most anywhere, but really love my easy chair. And it's this adorable little pattern with the little houses. And anyway, here we go. And I did the first row of words.
Oh.
And I think I did a little something. Oh, I think I did up here.
Okay.
I did basically an hour. I did not do a lot of extra on these last couple weeks of Brringo just because I was working on other things.
Yeah.
But I met the goal. And then this was a new start. And this one, I talked about last week. Well, I've talked about it a couple weeks. Is the Mirabilia Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
So this one reminds me of Thanksgiving.
That's
pretty.
I forgot you had that one.
Definitely on a Mirabilia kick. I don't know what happened to me, but basically this is how much I got. This is her hat, the hat, and then her hair starting, and all those empty spots are beads. Yeah, and she's all done pretty much in classic colorworks. But I was really looking forward to starting this. Carolyn Zook started this, I think, right around Thanksgiving. I saw it and I wanted it. And then I worked on, I think the last call of the month was something with a tree or flower in it. And I had done Barbara Anna's Garden of Dreams, and it was from 2021.
Hmm.
I thought it was 2022, but I think I saw somewhere that this is 2021. No, I'm not seeing it.
Hmm.
I don't have a good picture because I didn't print the finished. You'd have to just look at it, Google it, or go on Instagram. It was a mystery stitch along. And can you find it? It's a girl. And she's got a garden kind of all around her in a hill.
Yeah, I found it.
You find it?
Let me just zoom it in a little. Oh, maybe. Come on. Zoom in. Okay, well, it's not gonna let me zoom in, but you get the idea.
Anyway, so she's very pretty, lots of trees and flowers, well, mostly flowers, but anyway, and I had always wanted to do it and just didn't have a reason to start it. So this was perfect. And I was looking on Instagram under Barbara Anna tag, and somebody had done her up with gray hair. And I had done my dreaming girl in gray hair, but I struggled with the colors. I can't remember what I ended up using, but the gal that I messaged about this, she gave me her colors. And so I'm going to use them. And I dyed this fabric. It was a sand linen, and I dyed it gray, darker than I wanted to. And then I put a violet overtone to it. And I think the green around her is going to pop on it a little bit. So I got a little start on some houses and some trees. This is the top of the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes down. But I really liked working on her. But again, when I bake this fabric, when I dye it, the holes get smaller.
Yeah.
And Dreaming Girl, I had the same problem, and I did her with 1/2 on 32 count. And she's a little sparse looking. It's pretty, it's delicate. But I'm going ahead and doing 2/2 on this. I'm just gonna, and it looks okay now. At first I thought this is gonna look too bulky, but the more stitches I got into it, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fun one. This one was something with an animal in it.
Mm-hmm.
I had started it prior. It's a Cricut collection. It's an old one. It's a Cricut collection from, I had never seen it. 1988, I believe. I think it is. And it's called A Walk in the Woods. And it's very hard to see. It's a small one, but it's got a bee and a bird.
Did you buy? Is this the one you bought when we were together?
Yes.
We talked about, yeah.
And my needlework store had it done on like 56 count silk gauze or something. It was beautiful, dainty. Yeah. So I'm working up in this border where there's like pansies or violets.
Pretty.
And I'm doing it on a 32 count. I mean, maybe I'm doing on a 30. I'm doing a 36 count.
I do not love generally alphabet samplers. Like, I'm just not into them.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Stands out to me as one
And
I think about stitching.
36 count, and I am doing it 1/2. I liked the top border that way, but then when I started doing the leaves and the violet, I wasn't sure I liked it, but I think I'm not going to redo it. I'm going to keep it 1/2. It'll just be dainty, but I got quite a bit. I think I had just done this, and I had part of a leaf done, so I did all of that.
That's cute.
And this is only half the top border. I've got all that more. Yeah, but you know, I look at it and I think, well, the letters don't take as long, so
yeah,
the bulk of it,
yeah, it'll be the motifs and the borders.
Yeah,
more time consuming pieces of it.
and then that was the last of my Brringo. And this is the last piece I worked on, but not as much. It was my Trick or Treat Fairy, which I understand now they changed her when Hirschner's published her. So there's they call her Halloween Fairy, but there is another fairy called Halloween Fairy. But she, I think, originally was Trick or Treat Fairy, is what I think, because she says trick or treat there. Whoops.
You're upside down, but yeah.
I'm sorry about the plastic, but I don't want to take it out. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
And so I basically just did a little bit more fill in on her there and started her neckline, which doesn't show up very well. It's 948, but I think
it will when it's all surrounded.
Yeah, when the beads are all around her and her hair comes down.
Back stitch too, isn't she? Her skin is probably back
a little bit. Yeah, not a ton, but yeah. like right in here is like a whole diadem of beads, orange beads. So this one is heavily beaded. And I think the last beads I needed came with one of my orders. I'm not sure. They look awfully blue, but it's hard to tell from these pictures that you print what. I'm gonna make sure 188, 28 maybe. Yeah, but they're these seafoam blue beads.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, they're big. They're size 8s.
Yeah, those are large.
Anyway, so that's all on that. I did knit a little bit on our trip, and I've been working on this heart warmer cowl by Lettuce, L-E-T-E-S knits. And I got the second row of baubles done, and I'm done with the baubles. I'm not doing another row of them because I don't like how they turned out.
Oh, really?
Well,
you kind of have, if you just stretch, pull, and kind of fidget them, they kind of even out.
I get these weird spots. Like
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry. I get these weird gaps.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
I feel like you kind of just have to like, yeah.
And so I don't know if I did something wrong or if it's just this yarn.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be one more row of baubles, and I think two rows of baubles.
And when you're wearing it, you don't see the holes because they're all bunched.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but
that's
a
cute.
row of these baubles. There's 156 stitches on these needles, and you do one every 6 stitches. Took me probably 2 hours to knit one row.
Yeah.
And I thought, I want to move on to other things. So I think I did 2 rows.
Yeah. Well, this is cute. No one will know.
Yeah, I'll just do stockinette. And like you said, who's going to know? And it's going to be underneath my coat. So
yeah, it's cute.
But I still do love it. And this yarn is really nice. I've tried it on and it feels nice on my neck. It's not itchy because I'm like Liddy. I don't like anything itchy. Don't like itchy. So that is that. That's what I've worked on this week. It's pretty productive.
Yeah, that's a lot. I knit a little bit too, but I didn't bring it over. I'm just still knitting stockinette rows and fingering on a sweater for Rose. Just slow down.
On and on and on and on and on.
So let's see. I suppose I'm trying to think through my Brringo pieces. These are not Brringo. This was. Okay, this is the one that reminds me of a holiday. It's a very
your Christmas one.
So
cute. Shepherd's bush, right?
Yep. And I did quite a bit of just kind of small details. I finished up his beard. It doesn't show up super well, but it is backstitched, so I think it'll pop a little bit more. And then I just didn't backstitch it yet. And then I did a lot of little fill-in. Yeah, confetti, and my fingernails look lovely. Yeah, so this square is completely done. This will still need some back stitching. I think that's all that. No, it's I think he's holding like a button or something. Yeah, he's holding a candy cane button. So that's
super cute.
Yeah. So I worked on that reminds me of a season or of a holiday. I was going to also work on that one that Aunt Nancy sent me, the library piece for my indoor activity. But when I decorated for Christmas, I have a basket under my piano bench of piano music. And I put, it's on a big scroll frame, not big, but scroll frame. I put it in that basket. But then when I went to go look for it, I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, where else would I have put it? Because I remember putting it here because normally I put it on my piano. With the big scroll frame, it's kind of, even though it's a whip, it's kind
of. Did you put it in the bench part?
Well, there's no compartment in that bench. So I knew I must have put it in the basket. Well, finally, after I worked on what I ended up working on for that prompt, I found it. The girls, I think, in rummaging to take out Christmas piano music to play, had put it on the floor leaning against the pedals, which was fine. I mean, it's fine, but that's why. No, it wasn't really dirty. It was fine. So I didn't end up working on that. So instead, I worked on indoor activity. this little one singing, the ladies having tea, my Barbara Bourgeau.
Oh, yeah, sitting and having,
That's an indoor activity. That'll work, even though I really wanted to work on my library piece. So I'll just have to work on that. And I did a lot of fill in for this upper portion. Just still filling in all those grass, that grass.
a lot of grass.
Yeah, it is a lot of grass. So,
I like it though.
yeah.
I like the colors of the grass. I like your top colors.
Yeah.
I know it's not your favorite piece.
It's not my favorite piece, and just don't like the colors of the lower portion. So I think I might rip that lady out and move it completely.
I think they need to be in brighter colors to
I
match.
think so too. I think so too. I think I was trying not to change every color in the piece, but I ended up.
I think you need to. I think you need to do brighter colors to kind of match the brighter. I think it just needs to be brightened up.
I think so too. So I don't like the duller colors, which is why I brightened up the other part of the piece.
Yeah, I think you'll like it better.
So I think I need to just play with it and figure it out. My piece that has a tree or a flower, I did Music Amongst the Trees by Rosewood Manor. So I pulled it out and I'm working up in this corner here. Did that bird and some.
Ooh.
Oh, I started this big tree.
So pretty though. Love those colors.
So here it is again. I started on this tree. I know.
Very
And I'm stitching it all as called for. Yeah, because it's all DMC on a white Lugana.
Uh-huh.
I really like that piece, of course, because I love Rosewood Manor.
I know. Right. On a Rosewood Manor cake too.
I know. And then what were the other prompts? I don't have it in front of me.
Animal.
I think I had already done that one.
Oh.
When I did my alpaca farm.
Let's see.
That might have been all the ones I had left to actually. Wait, come here a sec.
With a garden. Oh, that was your tree.
Can you hand me that?
Holiday, indoor activity. Oh, hold on.
Well, none of these other ones seem to really fit any of the prompts. So
Yeah.
maybe I'm missing one, but I think I was down to just needing to do.
Yeah. I think that was it. I
Okay.
just had two other pieces that I worked in my January piece and my Halloween trick or treat fairy.
Yeah.
My extra pieces. Yeah.
So I mean, I do have other stitching, just not Brringo
Yeah.
pieces. I worked on my dimensions. This is my WIPGO piece this month. So I was trying to get in 3 hours.
Mhm.
I've probably done an hour and a half total for the
Did you
month.
see the new call?
The what?
The new numbers were called
I
the other day.
did. Yes, I did.
What was yours? Do you know? We can talk about it in plans.
Yeah, let's talk about it in plans because then I'll pull up my work. So anyway, this is Valley of the River Beck dimensions.
So pretty though.
I was working on that a little bit before we started recording. I might pull it out after. Once I get going on that piece, it's really hard to stop because it's kind of like filling in puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
The other thing let's see. Oh man, I worked on a lot of things this week actually. I've been trying to work. This is my monthly pieces, my monthly series that I'm doing by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is A Time for All Seasons from a couple of years ago. And I was trying to get as far as I could on this snowman before the end of.
Did they come out with one this year or is that the funny snowman?
The Funny Snowman is
Okay.
the monthly piece this year. You can't see it done, but I filled in a lot. I started this bird, but I didn't have the red pulled for the rest of it. So I needed to go find. I did all this scarf. It's going to kind of swoop down. But yeah, I feel like I've made good progress on this there's a few more days. So I'm hoping to get even further.
Right.
So that next January, when I pull it out, it'll be
ready to go for the next.
Yeah, I could finish it the second year. It's kind of my goal is with this would take 2 years, but we'll see. It could take 3.
Yeah, they're big. I mean, there's a lot of stitching on those.
There is a lot of stitching, and I well knew that I wasn't gonna.
I mean, I think if you were monogamous, maybe you'd get them done in a month, but
yeah, but I'm definitely not, and that's fine. And then I've been working on this little house. Did I show this last time? Yeah, I did.
I don't know if you did or if I just saw it on Instagram.
I don't know either. Okay, well, I totally changed up my coloring and I'm pretty close to finishing this little pattern.
cute.
And then I have all the pieces. I cannot remember for the life of me who sent this to us, but I've just had it tucked away in my stash.
So hold up the pattern again.
So you make the house and then you
Oh.
all glue it together.
And then it's got the little cardboard or the little piece, the wood pieces.
Yeah.
But oh, cute.
And the little buttons.
Did you pick your own fabric though?
Yeah, this is a leftover from Alicia Paulson's like spring. Oh, not the one with the little girl with the pink flowers all around.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first one I did.
I had just cut this off the side when I thought, well, maybe someday I'll need something small.
Perfect.
It's a
Cute.
perfect size.
I like it. I like the greenhouse better.
I like it too. I was like, I just didn't really have anything the right color according to the
Who's
picture.
that? Who's that little kid from? What's it? Who's the company?
It's not an American company.
Oh, okay.
Les Boutisses de Lucie. Les Boutisses de Lucie. I don't know that.
Oh. Les Boutilles de
Uh,
Lucie. Les Boutilles de Lucie.
Fiche de pont de cla, maison pont de pis. I don't know. Gingerbread house is the English translation for the
Cute. Super cute.
And the last thing is a new start. It is the one I've been wanting to start for a long time, the Silver Creek North Wind. I decided to stitch this on, I think it's, wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. I think it's 28, but I'm doing over 1. So it'll be really small.
Oh, 28 over 1, yeah.
So I did this is the little cloud at the top up here.
Wow.
I didn't even notice until I was looking at it yesterday that there's a little face in that cloud. You see it? Blowing.
Huh?
Do you see the little face?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice that before. So
Cute.
that I stitched on that last night and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't hard, it's not hard to work even weave 1 over 1 on that. It'll be just petite.
It'll be petite.
Little petite one. That's everything I worked on this week. It was kind of a fun week.
Yeah, it was a fun week. Yeah. Oh,
My stitching anyway. And I don't have any haul. I didn't order.
well, I
anything.
have haul. I have a little bit of haul because I'm on a kind of a Nora Corbett kick.
Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I had ordered this, I think from 1 2 3 Stitch, Mum Flower Girl.
Ooh, pretty.
I think she's just really pretty.
She is really pretty.
And I mean, these are not the big Mirabilias, right? I mean, this one's a little bit bigger, but it's not one of the ladies. This one is, well, she might be because she's in the packet. She is Magnolia.
Ooh, wow. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I really like this. And then because I'm also on a Rosewood Manor kick, I actually got these off of Amazon because there's a third party seller, and I had some gift cards from Amazon from my boss. I had one for my birthday for my boss and one for, I think, my anniversary or something in December. And so I've never seen this one. It's older and it is from 2008 and it is called Seasons of the Trees. It does not, double check before I say this, have the beads that yours does.
Oh, pretty. I don't think I've seen that one before.
I had not either. And I don't know if some of these might be going out of print soon. I don't know. I don't think I saw this on her website, but maybe it was. And it is, it's got a lot of colors. There's a lot of colors in this piece. I thought it would be more.
They have really similar colors. Is how I
It's 250 by 150 stitches. It's big.
That is big. Yeah.
But, I love trees. I don't know why, but I love trees.
Yeah. I wonder what the dimensions on this one is. Let me see.
It's big too, honey.
Huh?
Yours, Music Amongst the Trees?
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yeah. I said, I wonder what the dimensions are. 245 over 122. Yeah. It's big. It's
So basically this has trees from all seasons.
Yeah.
There's also a cute little mini where you just stitch
Yeah.
a
She always,
spring tree, a summer tree, an autumn tree, and a winter tree, which is really cute.
yeah, mine
I
always
might-
has, like this one has a little bluebird needle book where it takes this
Oh,
tree and adds birds and little tiny trees around it. If you the little tiny trees are already there. If you want
Oh,
to turn it in. And then this one, she did this with an owl on top instead of the little, oh no, on top of the little pink star. If you want to make a tall needle book. So a little,
cute.
so yeah, she always, and my stockings have little extra motif ones in there.
Yeah.
This too.
This takes,
That's so cute.
so this has a small one, which is just one tree from each season. And then there's a bonus chart. It's just a square with one tree from each season. So it's in a bird and that's bigger. And then there's even a bigger one called Brown Birds Under Trees. And it's a spring, summer, autumn, winter tree with a little bird underneath it.
Cute.
Super cute. And I could see starting this. I think it'd be kind of a
Nice
fun.
to have those extras in there.
Yeah. And I just think, oh, just stitching these trees. I think I just watched you do your like tree a day or tree, whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
I just think it's fun. She got such fun shapes and sizes and all that. So anyway, that, and then this one I had seen, and it's Paisley Pumpkin, and this is a newer one. This is from 2021, I believe.
Also Rosewood?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I would do this alphabet up here. I might just do some of the vines,
Uh-huh.
leave the letters out, but it's just a Paisley Pumpkin.
That's cute.
Pretty colors.
Mm-hmm.
She uses
That's pretty.
DMCs too.
Mm-hmm.
This is 114 by 165. It's not little.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, that's my haul. I have 4 patterns
Look at it.
just for fun. Just
Fun,
for
fun.
fun. I think that's all. There was some threads and a few beads that I needed, but they're already put away with other.
Mm-hmm.
I do have another order coming with the black fabric that I needed to restart my
Market.
flowers. Yeah. And a couple of fancy flosses that I wanted for that.
Yeah. Right.
That's that. That's my haul. That's what I stitched.
Sorry. Sunday afternoon. I get sleepy on Sunday afternoons. Let's see. Plans. Plans is the next little note I have. I could go first. My plans are, well, we're gonna start February on Wednesday. So I'm gonna try to finish up my January WIPCO goals before then, which shouldn't be hard. It's just a couple hours on different things. And then I'll start my magazine monthly. And I'm gonna make it cute and decorate it more, but the theme is beach for February. So I'm gonna, so I do have a magazine. I'm gonna do that little fish one from Gino Primitive. I'm gonna put that for my first one. And then I did kind of stick with the shores, the beach theme a little bit. I decided I was gonna work on my Stitching by the Sea pincushion, that pattern I think you gave me, right? It's a little squares and there's a crab and a seahorse and then
the little pillow.
some fish that actually look kind of like my etching, the little pillow. So I'm going to work on that this month. My Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, I'm hoping to finish that square. I think I could. In fact, I put an hour goal, but after that, I was kind of working on my dimensions piece and thinking about it. And I think I might put a stitch count instead of an hour's goal because I actually really liked doing it that way for the Brringo. I felt like for some reason my brain just clicked with that better than timekeeping. I don't know.
What's the word for the acrostic? I can't remember.
Wave.
Wave. Okay.
I've got waves for my Stitching by the Sea because there's kind of like waves.
Yeah.
The moon above is A for my Shores of Hawkrun Hollow because that's part of the rhyme. And then for V, I just am doing my new, actually I didn't bring it over. It's the new monthly piece from my series. It's the doves holding the heart. So I said Valentine doves or love is in the air because that's what that one's called. And then E is going to be my Snow Queen. So those are my plans for this month coming up, is to work on those.
Just because there's an E in Queen?
Yeah, just double E. I was like, so Snow Queen was one of my WIPCO pieces that was called. The other one is, I think Shores. I think it's the Hawthorne Hollow.
Mhm.
Let me see. Where's my whip goes? I just wrote it right into my
Mhm.
planner. And yeah, Hawthorne Hollow is my other one. So my
Wait,
favorite,
what's your first one?
Snow Queen.
Oh,
Snow Queen and Hawthorne Hollow are my February whip go pieces. So I wanted to make sure I worked Snow Queen into my magazine
right.
plan.
I think
Other than that, those are kind of my plans. I'll start my February piece.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My plans are to start my February piece for my calendar. I haven't done my magazine monthly chart, but I'm hoping to build in. I'd like to keep working on some of these pieces that I pulled out this month and keep working on some of them. Some of them I'm going to put away. And then my whip go. The funniest thing is my whip go call last month was 2 calls for Ring Around the Rose Tree.
Mhm.
And this month it's both numbers are my Christmas at Hawthorne Hollow.
Oh, funny.
So that'll get pulled out and worked on. And then I need to still keep working on my winter Quakers. I don't think I met my goal on that yet. I think that is supposed to be, let me see, what did I say? 2, 4, 8 hours a month. I've got 2 more hours to go for this. So I'll do that. I'll do that probably an hour tonight and an hour tomorrow night, maybe.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Slithering like a snake behind me. I'm a little distracted.
A little bit. Anyway, so that, and then I'll keep working on February on that piece. But I need to order my spring Quaker. I don't have that one because I'll start that one in March.
I didn't realize I forgot you didn't have all of them yet.
And I'm supposed to start on my Hade this month. I mean, pick it back up again.
I should have.
Cool.
I think I'll probably make kind of a stitch count goal for my Hade for February too.
That's just an extra project I have, and I had put down 6 hours a month on that.
Yeah, I think I need to make like every month I'm going to get this many stitches done on that.
Yeah,
and then
that's kind of what I liked about keeping my Quakers going, because I love the Quakers, and I have all but that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably going to try to get some of these pieces that I worked on last month to fit into this month's monthly acrostic.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. The letters aren't very hard to work with.
I think for V, for sure, it'll be my 4 Seasons Vivaldi girls, because I really want to finish up the Winter Girl. She needs to get done, and I need to get that piece done.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of really want to, I would love to start the Valentine. I might actually, for V, I might start that new Valentine Nora Corbett.
Oh,
I showed last week.
Yeah, of course you will.
I might make that my Valentine start.
Okay, how sweet.
No, I have all the stuff for her.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
You already have her kitted. You might as well put some stitches
It's going
in.
to be a sad, quiet little Valentine's Day at our house. Actually, you know what my Valentine's Day is going to be? Driving up to my dad's to take him to his neurology appointment, taking him home and coming back home. So I have a babysitter for your dad that day.
Or a babysitter. You have a friend who's a nurse coming in to care for him.
Yeah. And her husband, he works from home, so he'll probably come and they'll just hang out. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
And then I have a funny feeling that week I'm back to work in the office training. Yeah, guys. I'm a little nervous about that because he won't even be like a full week and 4 days, a week and 4 days post-op. So I'm going to probably tell my boss I can only leave him like in the morning, and then I've got to be back home.
Yeah.
She knows. I've told her, the timing of this person leaving and rehiring somebody sucks. But I do have another coworker that can pick up some of the slack. She's good. I trust her. And we actually have some really good applicants for this position, it sounds like, that have experience with what we do. which would be huge.
Mm.
Because if they have insurance experience and doctor experience, talking to offices and getting referrals, then the hardest thing to train them on, the biggest thing is getting them to be pediatric terminology and learning our medical record system, which is, like my boss says, our system is called Raintree. It will make you or break you. It is not an easy system. It's just not, that's not very intuitive. It's great for the therapists. It sucks for any supporting person.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm just fingers crossed that we get somebody either right away. No, they can't start until that week. So, but that they have some experience. And then the week after that, my coworker who could also train, so, 2 applicants are her friends that have worked with her in the past. Her daughter's having her adenoids out, so she'll be out of commission for a couple of days. So yeah, the timing of my coworker leaving and moving up the chain, not good.
Not happy for the rest of y'all.
So anyway, yeah, I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I know how to do stuff remotely. Like I know how to shadow somebody. So if we meet in the morning and then we both go home, she and I can continue on the phone doing stuff.
Yeah.
So that, I just need to be here to help him.
Yeah.
She's not going to be cooking his lunch for him. I mean, I can leave lunch for him, but I don't even know, like at that point, he'll be with a walker still.
Depending on how quickly his recovery is going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to
There's no
know.
way to really know that ahead of time. You just
There isn't.
is what it will be.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's depending.
life is so lifey.
Yeah, it is. But for fun things, we do have a giveaway.
We do. Somebody won last week, a Rosewood Manor.
Last week's winner for our giveaway for this adorable moon is Kay Lowry. So congratulations, Kay. We have your address so we can reach it.
I hope you love stitching this.
Yeah.
I hope I see it. I hope you send it to us if you do stitch it so we can see it.
Yeah, it's so
Super
cute.
cute. And then I do have a giveaway. We didn't talk about it for this week.
No, you told me you had one and then we forgot to talk about it before.
This is kind of because we're almost into February. I had bought this a while back. We had given away Little House Needleworks Lovable Petite Snowmen a few weeks ago, and this is called Lovable Petites, chart number 5. Doesn't really say. Oh, Lovable Petites. It's Valentine's Day.
Oh,
And these cute little Valentine minis.
cute. I think we should use the word love.
Love. Okay, there you go. Use the word love if you want these. And then, yeah, in honor of the fact that we're already going to be in February.
I know. Wow.
Not sure how that happened at all.
I'm not sad about it. I don't genuinely love January. So
Yeah, you're not a big January fan.
no, I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
I don't usually love February either. March just starts to feel better.
February is the month that I tend to not like.
Yeah. Well, February is when I start to feel school burnout. But this year I'm hoping it won't be. Like we've had a lot of breaks and I think we have a break in February. And
I don't like February because it's starting to feel like spring's around the corner and I hate spring.
I don't like February because here I feel like spring should be around the corner and we're still like 3 months away.
I think I'm sad that winter's almost over. That's really why I don't like spring, because I love winter. I love winter. I love fall and winter. Well, my winter isn't as gross as yours.
It's rainy and nasty. The sun just never shines.
It's been gorgeous this year. I told you it's been like spring.
I'm sure you've had some good weather this year.
You do. It just depends on the year.
I don't know.
I'm a burrower. I want to burrow in my home.
Year, I've noticed, I really noticed that the sun is going down later. That makes a huge difference for me. How early it gets dark. I don't think I used to realize that was so hard, but especially now that I'm out of the house a lot more, I drive a lot in the afternoons and evenings, and I hate driving at 5:30 when it's pitch dark. It feels like it shouldn't be this dark. I shouldn't have to be straining my eyes to see. I shouldn't have to be like this with the headlights coming at me at 5:30.
But I like it because I have lots of little twinkle lights still out and about, and it's cozy.
I worked really hard to make January feel cozy this year. I lit tea lights almost every night. I didn't last year. This year I was like, I'm doing that, and that did help.
You just need to embrace it because it's just a season and it's going to be gone before you know it. And you just embrace it. I have to
I might
embrace
not
it.
mind it if I was just kind of home. I think it wouldn't be so hard, but I would just be kind of cozy at home, but I don't really get to be cozy at home. So,
And like I know in March,
I like my
in
garden.
March here, all the stores start. Well, they're already QFC, I think, has like winter pansies out.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to think about pots. My pots are still
You
dead.
don't like gardening. See, I get excited when I see those, like flowers are coming, but you think,
But you plant them and then they look nice for a few weeks and then they just die because it's not really growing season. And I know in
yeah,
March,
don't plant them yet.
but people are. That's the thing. And then you feel this pressure. I gotta get my
know.
yard looking good. It's like, no, I don't. It's still winter.
I'm not even close to thinking that.
In March, I have to make sure I go out and prune back all my ferns, which I didn't do I did it last year, but late, and they were okay. But I don't know. I just don't want to have to think about going out in the yard and working.
Here or there? Yeah. Sorry, the neighbor kids just went up.
Hate yard work.
I know you do. I like yard work. I wish I had more time to do yard work because I enjoy yard work. Unless it's like 155 degrees.
My yard then.
I wouldn't mind if I lived near you coming out to do your yard. Hi.
We got some major things. We got to get some trees trimmed, like professionally trimmed. Like our big one out front needs to have a tree trimmer come, and Dad wants the cherry tree in the back taken down. I know, which is going to make me not. I mean,
I want to do that. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Too big. Anyway, but the trees around my patio will still be there, so I guess it's okay. It is getting a little bit it is overgrown. Cherry trees, if you don't know, if you don't keep them pruned, they grow big and wild, and
which is what we want in our cherry trees, and they're getting bigger.
Dad doesn't like really big trees.
No, he doesn't. He never has. It's funny to me because I love
a Midwest thing.
I know, because I love huge trees. Feel like this is old and it's safe and it's big.
Like my cedar tree, I love my cedar.
No, it's beautiful. It's so big and
tolerates it.
I know. He's always trying to take the tops off your trees. He's trying to just tear them apart.
My pussy willow tree out here, it's flat on top, but it does grow fast. It comes back.
Yeah, those grow fast.
But my hydrangeas, I said, just whack them. Because, well, one didn't bloom last year because it's too shady, because we do need to, and he took down that dogwood tree.
You're sure he didn't just prune it at the wrong time or in the wrong way?
No, because the other one.
Hydrangeas are picky about their pruning, and
because he does it that way every year, and the one next to it that gets more sun bloomed beautifully.
So it is.
It's the one farther in, and it's totally covered by our tree, and then our neighbor's trees come over the fence. His big trees have gotten bigger. He did take out that dogwood tree that was half dead and only was blooming on half the tree too, because I think it also wasn't getting enough sun. So, life, trees.
Yeah. Trees. We have to do some major work on some of our trees after that ice storm we had after Christmas.
Yeah.
Branches are still in the yard because
Are they?
Girls have made a really fun fort out of them. But then, we need to just.
You guys got the ones that were leaning on the house off though.
There's still one it's not really on the house. It's caught in some other branches, and Jesse's afraid of trying to do it. I don't know if he's just waiting until I'm looking at it right now. It's right out this window. I'm not sure if he's waiting till we can have a tree person come out and help, because he's a little worried that if you cut it, it's going to swing and then hit the window. So he hasn't quite figured out how to get that one down, short of cutting it down.
But if you get a windstorm like you sometimes get in May.
Yeah, but the wind doesn't usually, this side of the house is not where the wind is usually coming.
Well, I was at your house for a couple of Mays where the wind was doing this.
Yeah.
If you remember correctly, the great windstorm of 2020.
I know. I want to figure it out. I just don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
It hasn't budged. It's not going anywhere.
That's good.
Caught pretty tight in that other branch.
Okay.
So anyway, but we do need to do some tree. We were already planning on having an arborist come out. So I think we definitely will. Yeah. Ask Lydia to help you, or Dad. I'm not doing the fire right now. What are you reading right now?
I'm still reading Walking with Miss Millie.
Oh yeah.
It's sweet. I'm still, you asked if it would be appropriate for the girls. Yeah. For sure, Liddy.
Yeah.
I mean, middle school. There's been nothing terrible except for, talking about segregation. I mean, that's terrible, but I mean, nothing like no
Right.
sex, no, nothing that would be inappropriate for her, but it does talk about segregation. I'm trying to think if Miss Millie's brother, he was part of some protests in Alabama, and he might have died in the protests.
Mm-hmm.
He's buried in Alabama. I think he might have died, but there's also some real sweet things, but sad. Like, and I think Miss Millie had a baby, but had died young. But like the part I'm at right now, they go walking different places, and so Miss Millie takes Alice to the cemetery to take a walk, and she's like, "Why are we going to the cemetery?" But she just plods along, and they just chat. And they go way to the very back of the cemetery, like the very back row. And then she realizes that there's this wooden cross and it has the same last name as Miss Millie. And she goes, "Oh," and she goes, "Yeah, was this your husband?" And she said, "Yeah, this is my husband. And I had to really fight to let him be buried in the cemetery. But they said, okay, but we had to do it way out here. But now," he died like in the 50s. Now the book takes place in 68, but at that point there was more mixture happening in the cemetery. And then they kind of laugh because her name was Millie Miller. Her married name was Miller. So I mean, there's sweetness in it, and the dog is warming up. The dog doesn't like Alice at first, but now this crotchety old dog likes her. So, but I think it will deal with a lot of the segregation, and just I'm pretty sure Miss Millie's, I know her ancestors probably were slaves, and maybe her parents were sharecroppers. Maybe, I'm not sure yet, but yeah, it'll deal with those kind of topics.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it might be a good one to put in. Yeah.
But in a very appropriate way, Miss Millie's kind of a no bones about it kind of. Well, I mean, she's lived her life. It hasn't, it's, I'm sure, formed who she is, but she's not. She's a strong woman probably because of it, kind of, you know what I mean? Like she lived her life, and yeah. So that's that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think they would like it.
Yeah, we'll have to look into
What are you reading?
I'm reading a few things. I'm almost done listening to The Man Who Knew Too Much, by G.K. Chesterton, which I think I talked about last week.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to finish up. Remember, I'm reading those Ghost Lockwood & Co. books by Jonathan Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones, they're set in an alternate reality, kind of where an alternate London where ghosts exist and have started to appear, and no one really knows why and what's stirring them up. And adults can't see them or know when they're there, but they can die. Like if you get touched by a ghost, you get ghost touch, you might die. So there's all these kids though who have these abilities up to a certain age, basically, where they can see the ghosts, and some are more skilled than others at hearing them, or other senses. Anyways, it's fun. It's kind of spooky, but not
sounds spooky.
Not scary though, because I'm not scared as I'm reading them generally, which is kind of and I keep thinking, like, why? I hope that this author is usually, like, I've read some of his other books. He's usually pretty good at the world building. I'm hoping he explains why now this is happening. But there's 3 out of 5 books, and there's a little bit more revealed each book. So I think I'll have that 3rd one done by the end of the month. And then that is a series that I feel like I would keep picking up. I remember I read the Inheritance games. I was talking about those, and I don't think I'm going to keep reading those, but I would keep reading these.
These ones, yeah.
I also started this book. Stephen Fry wrote Heroes. It's all about Greek heroes, and it's fun because the tone of his writing is funny. Like when he has these Greek heroes having conversations, they're kind of like modern sounding conversations, but they're having the same content, but it's like, anyway, I'm enjoying that a lot. It's very, very readable. And
okay.
my goal this year was to read a book of myths or fables, and so.
Oh, sure. I did find, before Sarah and I started Flosstube, my husband and I were up in our attic again. Still cleaning out the attic. This has got to be like the 8th time we've been cleaning out the attic, but this time it's got to get cleaned out. Anyway, there was like more crates of books. I have 6 brown grocery bags full of books, kids' books that my boys read. But I found a Stephen King in there. It's a smaller Stephen King. I can't remember the name of it. I thought, I'm going to pull this out. Maybe I'll read this one. I can't remember what it was though. I didn't bring it in.
Is it a scary one or?
It didn't look like it was a scary one. I'll have to report back on that.
Okay.
But I didn't, it's not a huge, like one of his, like The Stand or any of those. It was definitely a smaller paperback.
Yeah.
I thought, I'll keep that one out. But like I've got red wall books. Just.
Liddy might be interested in those. She's reading all those right now, but I don't know how.
She is?
Yeah, she's finally got into those. I kind of tried for years, like, try this. And nobody was interested. They'd look at it and be like, no. Now she's reading through them. So
Well, we need to talk then after we hang up, because I've got some in hardback.
Well, it's okay if you don't eat them, but
no, I mean, if she wants some of them, I've got I think I've got 2 sets.
Yeah, she probably like them.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, of course, whatever she reads, everybody else ends up reading because it paves the way.
I don't feel like the boys really got into those until they were like her age.
Yeah. I remember really liking them around 6.
Yeah.
7th grade.
Sam might have started them a little bit younger just because brother was reading them and he's 3 years older, but
yeah,
definitely was middle school before I think Austin was really reading. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for sure.
Yeah. She's liking them. She's reading some that I never even read. So
yeah. It's a nice, I mean, if you really like it and you like series, it's got a lot of
reading material there for it. We're talking about, if you haven't read these or don't know anything about them, these are the Redwall series by Brian Jakes, Jaques. It looks like Jacques, but it's pronounced Jakes. And they're it's set like in a alternate, like a fantasy land that's kind of medieval with all these animals, and you've got like animals who are like bishops and friars and monks, and then other animals who are the stoats and the weasels, and they're the bad guys. I don't even remember that much specifically about the books, but they're fun.
What if he's still writing them?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, but all kinds of little treasures I found.
Try not to yawn, but
yeah,
maybe to take a nap before I have to go. We have a church meeting tonight, so
okay. Now I probably need to get back to my sorting through.
Have fun. Well, thank you for joining us and watching and visiting along with us. Send us pictures of your stitching. We'd love to see them and feature them.
Yes.
February, we're doing kind of a Rosewood Manor theme. I don't know what we're going to call it. We still need to, after we hang up, we should talk.
Focus. Rosewood Manor Focus.
Rosewood Manor Focus. If you want to start something, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And if you do start one or you have started one, we would love it if you shared it with us so we could show it, because there's so many Rosewood Manor patterns.
We should just pick a hashtag right now. Right now. So we have it ready to go.
Rosewood Manor SAL. Is there already one of those? Is there already one of those?
Probably. Here, I'll look. What about Rosewood Manor Focus?
That's good. Yeah.
Or February. Rosewood Manor February.
What do you see?
It could be okay, let's see. There's nothing for Rosewood Manor February. Rosewood Manor Focus. That's open as far as I can tell as well.
Let's do February. And we kind of got the idea because Carolyn Zook and Jen Hicks and maybe Robin are starting the Rosewood Manor Camberley, which I saw a picture.
Too, I think, right?
Huh?
Tina from Tina Stitches is too, I think.
Oh yeah, Tina. Maybe that's who it is. And I think they're starting on January 14th.
February,
I mean. Which, by the way, Tina showed the pattern, or somebody showed the pattern. That, that's really pretty. But then I saw it in person at Threadneedle. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful Camberley, Camberly. So if you want to join them in that, but that just kind of gave us the idea of kind of hashtagging along with them with Rosewood Manor, because we have several Rosewood Manors going.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
So
I've liked her for a long time, so it's fun to see more and more.
Yeah. So join us. and hashtag it.
Rosewood Manor, February.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
right.
Did it.
Check.
Check.
Okay. Well, we hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
Wish us
Happy
luck,
stitching.
surgery and dad's recovery and pray for
Hopefully
her.
back next week. We
Yeah.
should be able to record.
I would think so. Yep. We'll plan on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Record. We can maybe record in person on Saturday.
That'd be fun.
Put dad in bed and say, here, put your knee up. Here's some pain meds. We'll be back with you in a couple hours.
We're busy. We're busy for you right now.
Give me a call on the phone if you need us. Anyway, so yes. Anyway, happy stitching.
Yeah. Happy stitching.